Okay, Juan Carlos, do you want to tell us a little bit about how you remember your childhood?
Yeah, being in the countryside or live in the countryside, like these towns, amazing view with the landscape, you breathe nature air. So my childhood, of course, was I may say not hard, but it's not nice at all, no, as well. So our childhood here in the countryside is so your parents are they work every day. They're not in town. You can go with them to the farmlands since you are 3, 4. Once you're starting little one paces or starting walking as a baby, you have to go to the farmlands to work with them actually. So in this case, when you're a child, you don't know how or play with the toys actually. No, you don't know, or you don't have actually. Basically, you don't know about those things. But the most interesting is that you have almost everything here. So you have, if you wanna play with something, you have right there. So in this case, just you play just with the stones, with the trunks, so those stuff, no. But still, it's amazing. You enjoy a lot, even with your friends surrounding you. You can play wherever you want actually. And when I was a child, I used to play a lot. Basically, when I was like 8 or 7 years old, we used to play maybe tiros with the small balls, tiros, and we used to play a lot of that actually. So that's why we try to um, spend our time, no, as a child. So.
And growing up, what language do you speak with your parents and your friends?
When I was a child, since 6 years old or 5, I used to speak only Quechua. Our mother language is Quechua, our mother language, no, or ancient language. So when I was 6, I went to the school, so I learned Spanish as well, or in this case, Castellano. So I learned Castellano, but now at the school, primary school, secondary, high school, and now when I went to the university, I started studying as well English. That's why now I'm trying to improve as well, no, everything, all day by day.
Castellano is how they call it in school, not Español, Castellano.
No, here in Peru we call Castellano. I guess in Spain it's called Español. That's why here the language that we speak it's Castellano.
Y, and Castellano was as a second language in school, or all the subjects were taught in Castellano?
The thing is, the our official language is Castellano. Of course, that's the official language. But since like 5 years, 5 years ago, the Quechua language it was disappearing actually. You know what? Just the Quechua we speak just in the countryside, in the villages. So when you go to school or when you move to the city, like Cusco, let's say I moved from the country to Cusco city, and actually sometimes when you're at home you speak only Quechua with your parents, with your families. So when you go to the university, you try to speak maybe Quechuañol, we can say, no, mix it. So some people, some racist people, they can call you cholo or low class people. So that's why the Quechua was actually collapsing or disappearing, no? So especially in the capital happens that. But I guess our government saw that actually. That's why now in every school they put like a one subject more, no, to learn Quechua. Everyone now it's learning Quechua, but actually it's nice. It's a sweet language. Mm?
What is a cholo?
Cholo means like basically farmers, no? Basically farmers, low class people.
But it's used as a derogatory term?
Uh, yeah, I might say, yeah.
Okay.
Did you feel when you went to the university in Cusco that were you ever ashamed to speak Quechua?
No,
No.
no. In my case, no. Some people they do. That's why actually some people when they go to Lima, especially to the capital, and they go and someone maybe told that, and then they go just to Lima for a couple of months or 1 year. Once they come back to their area or to the countryside again, and they say, "I don't speak Quechua," and they try to forget. That's not true actually, because they got maybe I don't know, or they've been in shame in the capital, so that's why they try to forget, or they try not to speak Quechua. No, happens a lot of people actually. Most of the people from these areas, from the Sacred Valley, they move to Cusco or to Lima, and once they be in Lima like 2 or 3 years, they come back and they just say, "I don't speak Quechua anymore." Because the people from Lima, they treat a kind of bad, not like a low class people or cholo, something like that. That's the reason. That's why actually it's good actually our government's doing that, all those steps, no, teaching at the schools, no, Quechua.
Beyond the whole language piece, do you think there are other forms of discrimination towards indigenous people?
No, not
No.
really. No.
You feel like someone from the campesino from has equal opportunity in terms of getting the same education and jobs?
And educational, definitely. As I told you before, we have everything here, but the education is the problem. So basically, in the really highlands, we have just primary school. No, let's say Peru is divided into departments. No, and the departments are divided into district or province. Sorry, and the province are in district. The districts are in the communities. The communities, some of the communities, they have schools, some of them no, and the districts, they have, some of them they have high school, some of them no. But if you want to continue studying, you need to move from the community to the district, from the district to the province, and if you're gonna go to the university, you need to move to the department, and it's a kind of difficult actually. Even the farmers, they don't have enough money, so that's why actually most of the country people, they don't study, or they finish their school, but after that they cannot continue due to the money, because the governments, so most of the communities, the highlands, they forget about the government, or the government doesn't care of them actually. We're by ourselves actually in the highlands.
Let's say in a hypothetical situation, you have two people applying for the same job, let's say to be a lawyer, and you have someone who's from Lima, from the capital, and you have someone who's from the campo. Who do you think has a better chance of getting a job?
Of course, from the capital, guys. That's happened actually. The monopoly actually. People from the capital, even the hotels here in Cusco, they they look for people, and some people they come from the capital, and some of us can go from the countryside. People from the capital get more chance to get a job actually. That's the reality actually.
How do you identify yourself as a Peruvian, indigenous, Ladino? If someone asks you your identity, what would you say?
Like indigenous, I usually say I'm a Inca descendant, so I'm happy. That's why I speak Quechua as well. So I'm happy with that. I always say to the people, I used to be a farmer. I live like this. My parents are farmers. Happy with that. So
And you have a lot of brothers and sisters. Do they each kind of have different relationships with their identity and they identify different ways, or are they all pretty proud as proud as you are?
they are proud actually.
Yeah.
They are proud. Most of them they speak only Quechua. Even my sisters, I have two sisters living in the capital in Lima, and they speak Quechua actually. Once they come to visit my parents and with their friends or with our neighborhoods, they speak only Quechua, which is good actually. All my family, they are proud to speak Quechua actually.
Okay, thank you so much, Juan Carlos.
Very welcome, guys.